The disconnect. Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right? You're working hard, you're chasing the promotions, you're building the portfolio, you're doing everything you were ever told you should do to be successful. But a voice inside you whispers that something is missing. That despite all your efforts, you're still stuck in a state of not enough. Perhaps you've even reached a big financial milestone, only to find it didn't bring the lasting peace or fulfillment you were promised. The truth is, that feeling of constant striving, that underlying sense of anxiety, that's a symptom of a deeper disconnect. A disconnect from something far more powerful than money. We've been taught to view prosperity as a number in a bank account, a finite resource to be hunted down and hoarded. But what if that idea itself is the very thing holding us back? What if the feeling of being stuck isn't a lack of effort, but a fundamental misunderstanding of how abundance actually works? This video is about changing that understanding. A new perspective. What if prosperity isn't a destination at all, but a continuous, dynamic flow of energy? An invisible, infinite current that we can learn to align with, rather than a dam we must break down? Imagine if money was just one small, visible manifestation of this much larger, interconnected system of abundance. Today, we're going to go beyond the transactional idea of money and tap into what I call energetic prosperity. It's a new paradigm that redefines everything. This isn't just a spiritual concept. The principles of energy flow are fundamental to physics and biology. Everything in the universe, from the smallest particles to the largest galaxies, is in a constant state of exchange and movement. You are a part of that system. The feeling of being stuck, of having low energy, or of operating from a place of scarcity is not just a mental state, it is a profound limitation on your cognitive resources. When we are preoccupied with lack, our mental bandwidth shrinks. The energy we use to worry is energy we cannot use to create. This is the simple, powerful truth we will explore today. True prosperity is about re-establishing our connection to this universal flow, not about trying to manufacture it from a place of fear. The paradigm shift, deconstructing scarcity, embracing flow. Before we can align with the flow, we must first confront the dam that blocks it, the scarcity mindset. This is the ingrained belief that there isn't enough to go around. It's a feeling of constant competition, a fear that if someone else gets something good, there will be less for you. We were often programmed with this from a young age through messages from our culture, our families, and our institutions. This mindset is not just a passing thought, it's a persistent, internal narrative that drains our energy. It manifests as a feeling of being stuck or resisting change. The problem is that this mindset is a neurological state. Research shows that a scarcity mentality significantly reduces our cognitive bandwidth, forcing our brains to focus on short-term survival instead of long-term growth. Our mental energy becomes completely consumed with anxieties about what we lack, leaving no room for creativity, generosity, or seizing new opportunities. This isn't just an emotional drain, it's a profound, energetic one. The first step to unlocking prosperity isn't to acquire more, but to release the tremendous amount of energy we are spending on fear and resistance. The universal flow. Now, let's look at the counter-concept, the universal, infinite flow. Think of the tides of the ocean, the changing of the seasons, or a river carving a path through a mountain. These are all examples of universal currents that operate effortlessly, in perfect rhythm. The universe is inherently abundant. Prosperity is not a dam you must break down, but a natural current you can learn to align with. The core of this work is about removing the friction and resistance that prevent you from joining that current. This principle is beautifully mirrored in the concept of a flow state, the psychological condition where a person is fully immersed in an activity, experiencing a state of energized focus and enjoyment. When you are in flow, time seems to disappear. The work doesn't feel like work. You are no longer fighting against the current, you are being carried by it. This is not just a psychological state, it is the physiological and psychological experience of being in complete alignment with the universe's natural energy. The act of tapping into the energy flow of prosperity is the practical process of getting into this state, not just in your work, but across all areas of your life. It is the natural consequence of removing fear and embracing a different way of being. The 5 pillars of energetic prosperity. Tapping into this flow isn't some abstract idea. It's a set of 5 interconnected, actionable practices that create a powerful energetic field around you. Let's explore them, one by one. Pillar 1, the currency of gratitude. The first and most powerful pillar is the currency of gratitude. We've all heard that gratitude is important, but its power is often understated. It's not just about saying thank you. It is an active, high-vibrational practice that fundamentally changes your perception of reality. By intentionally focusing on what you already have, you train your brain to stop looking for what's missing. This is a physical and neurological process. The act of expressing gratitude releases dopamine and oxytocin in the brain. Dopamine is a reward chemical, and oxytocin creates a sense of trust and connection. This means practicing gratitude literally rewards your brain for focusing on abundance, creating a powerful feedback loop. You are physically and chemically rewiring your mind to be receptive to more, making it impossible to sustain a scarcity mindset over time. Gratitude is the single most effective tool for shifting your internal energy from resistance to reception. Pillar 2, the flow state of purpose. The second pillar is the flow state of purpose. Finding and living your purpose isn't just about finding meaningful work. It is about unlocking a powerful, effortless flow of creativity and value. When your actions are driven by a deep sense of passion and meaning, your efforts become less about struggle and more about inspired creation. Think about those moments when you lose all track of time because you are so immersed in what you're doing. That's a flow state. A sense of purpose is the ignition key for that state. It provides the meaningful direction that makes a task so engaging that you enter into a state of peak performance. When you are creating from this place of purpose, you are no longer pushing a rock uphill, you are riding a powerful current. This effortless creation of value naturally attracts abundance in all its forms, including financial, because you are delivering genuine, inspired value to the world. Pillar 3, the abundance field of relationships. The third pillar is the abundance field of relationships. In a world that often prizes individualism, we forget that our greatest power lies in our connections. Our relationships are not just personal connections, they are a shared energetic field we contribute to and draw from. When you nurture meaningful, positive relationships, you are building a reservoir of shared abundance, support, and opportunities. Strong relationships are directly linked to improved health and happiness. When individuals in a network are all operating from a place of gratitude and purpose, they contribute to a higher collective energy. The network effect means the combined energy is far greater than the sum of its parts, creating a powerful abundance field that naturally attracts opportunities and support for everyone within it. Your network is your net worth, not just in a financial sense, but in a true energetic one. Pillar 4, the generative power of giving. The fourth pillar is the generative power of giving. This challenges the deeply ingrained belief that giving is a loss. The act of giving, whether it's your time, your money, or your kindness, sends a powerful energetic signal to the universe: I have more than enough. This isn't about a transactional exchange. It's about the universal principle of reciprocity. The positive feelings and warm glow we experience when giving are tied to the release of oxytocin, the same bonding hormone released with gratitude. This creates a direct link between gratitude and giving, showing they are two sides of the same coin, both serving to expand our capacity for love, connection, and abundance. The ripple effect of generosity is a proven phenomenon. Your kindness can create a chain reaction of giving in others. This act sets off a chain reaction that expands the energetic field, and the flow of abundance naturally returns to you, often in amplified and unexpected forms. Pillar 5, the reservoir of holistic health. Finally, the fifth pillar is the reservoir of holistic health. We often treat our physical and mental well-being as a luxury, something to be addressed only after we've achieved our goals. This is a profound mistake. Your body, mind, and spirit are not just components of your life, they are the foundational reservoir from which all other forms of prosperity flow. A body and mind in a state of stress, fatigue, or illness cannot sustain a high vibrational flow of abundance. If you are constantly exhausted and operating on low energy, you cannot be a receptive vessel for the opportunities that the universe presents. All the other pillars, gratitude, purpose, relationships, and giving require energetic output. If your internal system is blocked, drained, or unwell, your ability to activate and sustain that flow is severely compromised. Self-care is not selfish, it is the most productive thing you can do for your prosperity. It is the very foundation upon which all other abundance is built. Practical application and activation. 3 rituals to activate your flow. So, how do you begin? The journey starts with a single step, a daily ritual that activates the flow. Here are 3 simple, powerful practices you can start today. First, in the morning, perform a gratitude journal ritual. Before you check your phone or your to-do list, write down 5 things you are genuinely grateful for. This simple act immediately primes your brain for abundance, releasing those feel-good chemicals and setting the tone for your day. Second, in the middle of your day, take a 5-minute purpose check-in. Pause, close your eyes, and ask yourself, am I operating in alignment with my purpose right now? Is this action creating something of value? This simple check-in helps you course correct, ensuring you are riding the current of flow rather than fighting against it. Third, in the evening, perform a generous act. It can be as simple as sending a kind text to a friend, leaving a big tip, or offering a genuine compliment to a stranger. This isn't just about doing good, it's about signaling to your energetic field that you are a generous, abundant being, which creates a powerful catalyst for receiving. Unblocking the currents. Of course, the journey won't always be a straight line. You will encounter internal blocks, remnants of the scarcity mindset. These can be old fears, self-doubt, or past trauma. These feelings are not a sign that you are failing. They are simply old energy trying to resist the new flow. When you feel a block, don't fight it. Instead, acknowledge it with compassion. Reframe the feeling of fear as an opportunity for growth. Recognize that the energy you were once using to protect yourself can now be released to fuel your creation. By acknowledging these blocks without judgment, you cause them to crumble. You are the gentle hand that releases the dam, allowing the river to flow freely again. The integration. We've traveled from the pain of scarcity to the promise of abundance. We have learned that prosperity is not something you get, but something you become. It is a state of being, a way of living. It's a way of viewing your life not as a series of transactions, but as a continuous, dynamic dance with the infinite flow of the universe. Every action you take, every thought you think, every relationship you nurture is an opportunity to tap into this flow. Your gratitude is a signal. Your purpose is a direction. Your relationships are a field of support. Your giving is a catalyst. And your health is the vessel that holds it all. These aren't just 5 separate things you do, they are 5 interconnected aspects of a single, unified being who is fully aligned with the current of abundance. The call to action. The journey begins now. Stop chasing money and start tapping into the flow of prosperity that is already all around you. Start with a single act of gratitude. Perform one simple act of generosity. Your life is waiting to be lived from this new place of effortless abundance. Don't wait. Tap in. If this message resonated with you, share your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know one step you are taking today to tap into the flow. The time for change is now. Thank you for watching.